Alright folks, Pitching Ace 88, we are back with Roll Case on Facebook. We are on Mysteries of the Past, Case 3 in a Line of Fire. Ace, I cannot believe someone started this fire on purpose. Yep. He's a little sleazy. Yes. Oh. One of your suspects has broken into the commissioner's home. A certain Billy Thompson, but he's causing a ruckus. Cripes, what's gotten into Mr. Thompson? We must go to the Commissioner Baldwin's house to find out what all this commotion is about. Adelia Baldwin, make yourself known this instant. Mr. Thompson, this is private property. You must calm down at once. I will do no such thing. Adelia owes me money, and I want it now. What money, Mr. Thompson? What are you rambling on about? Money that I earned with hard work that is being spent on frivolities by an entitled child. You drove all this way to threaten a young woman to give you money? Commissioner's daughter, no less? Mr. Thompson, you will sit and wait until we have a word with you. Meanwhile, Central Base and I will search the house for Miss Baldwin. Mr. Thompson, would you kindly tell us what all that commotion was about? What is all this talk of money? Otis owed me money. Money that I worked hard to earn. Money that he spent on that spoiled girlfriend of his. Otis was addicted to playing craps, you see. At first, it seemed harmless enough. I would even play with him as well. But Otis was losing frequently and often found himself owing a good bit of money to the wrong kind of people. So you would loan him the money to pay off his gambling debts? Indeed. I even took a hit in the jaw for him, too. I can't go a day without taking cocaine toothache drops for the pain. And Otis took whatever he'd make from the money I loaned him to spend on his fiancée, Adelia. And so you believe you were entitled to your just due? I'm not a greedy man. When Otis lost his job as a dockhand, I helped him get back on his feet. I loaned him money and got him the job on the fire brigade. I never asked to be recompensed, but he kept taking even more money from me. Yeah, we understand your frustration, but Otis's debt has gone with him. I advise you to stay away from the commissioner's house. Yeah, you should have just stopped giving him money. You should really never give anyone money. Unless you do believe that it is a gift. You know, there's a couple people that donate to me. I appreciate that a lot. It helps me to buy cash and stuff for to speed up investigations. So stuff like that is, you know, at least for me, it's really helpful. But people do it and they know that, you know, that's what it's being used for. Hey, so that cigarette was recently smoked. It's a stretch, but if we take a sample of those wet spots on it, we might find out whose it is. As for this envelope, Otis's name is on it. Unfortunately, the rest of the message is faded. Think you can recover it? I'm sure I can. Give me some time. It's very interesting. Ace, if we run that sample you took from the cigarette under the microscope, I'm certain we'll determine who smoked it. Baby Ace is getting so big. Whoa. Dash my wig. Ace, the envelope addressed to Otis reads, "Leave down, I won't have to harm you." That's quite a message. Inside the envelope, there's a postal money order for the 50 Concordian shillings made out to Otis Kidd. It would seem as if someone were trying to bribe Mr. Kidd into leaving town. But why? Indeed, Ace, we must identify who purchased this postal order. Let us go see Evie without delay. nice. Oh my gosh, there's 3. Holy moly, that was a mistake. Man, with the colors, I thought I had them all. Perfume, nice. Brilliant work, Ace. The wet spots on the cigarette come from an expensive French perfume. So why would Commissioner Baldwin spray his cigarettes with perfume? You're absolutely correct. Adelia does love everything French. These cigarettes must be hers. Ace, young ladies don't usually indulge in smoking. Let's find Miss Baldwin and inquire about her rather unconventional lifestyle. Miss Baldwin, we found your cigarette, the one you sprayed with French perfume. Smoking is an unusual activity for a lady. You know, I'm not a regular lady. I smoke, drink, and I even take my father's automobile for joyrides when he's not paying attention. Well, what about your fiancé, Mr. Kidd? Was that true love, or another rebellious action of unbridled youth? Of course it was a rebellion. In case you didn't notice, my fiancé was a delinquent. I even saw him out gallivanting about with Madame Zhang and her ladies in her fancy automobile. But I didn't care. Otis was going to take me away from this awful town, and that's all that mattered. Huh, I can understand a woman's need to spread her wings, but until Otis is murdered, Soldier, you'll be going nowhere. Speed this up real quick. Hey, did you know the word shilling dates back to Old Norse, where it meant the term division? I, well, did not, but I do like to learn something new, and I suppose I'll be learning about the postal money order we found addressed to our victim. My car has referenced all the recent postal transactions with their archived receipts, and I found the match. It appears that the money order addressed to your victim was purchased by Concordia's own Commissioner Baldwin. Oh, so the threat on the envelope must have been written by Commissioner Baldwin, too. Which also means Commissioner Baldwin was trying to coerce Mr. Kidd into leaving his daughter and leaving town. Clearly, Commissioner Baldwin was not fond of our victim, as he led us to believe Ace. The chief told us to tread carefully with the Commissioner, but we must question him. It's easy. He just didn't want his daughter, and he was just going to pay the guy off. I don't think he killed him. Commissioner Baldwin, we found the message and postal order you left for Mr. Kidd. Needless to say, you were not very fond of him. That man was a crook, pretending to be a hero all while running an illegal gambling ring. Don't get me wrong, I partake in the occasional dice game myself, but only in good jest among friends. But that man was a lowlife. He might have pulled the wool over Adelia's eyes, but he wouldn't fool me. Well, with all due respect, Commissioner, paying him off does not reflect well on you. Senior Trooper Ace, I'd do anything to protect my daughter. Very well, Commissioner. Thank you for your time. Yep. Ace, you've done a splendid job of covering clues on our murder investigation of Otis Kidd. We're still one step away from apprehending our killer. What do you believe should be our next move? You're right. I've heard that many of the salvaged items from the burned evidence room were taken to the firehouse for safekeeping. We should go there this instant. Actually, I didn't know that, but I'm glad that my alter ego in this game figured that out. Red box. Dartboard. Tin case. Sock mug. Geez, this cocaine drop tin must belong to our killer. The tin is empty, but there's still some powder residue left. Let's get a sample of it. And this box must have been the police station's fire alarm. A thorough search of it is in order. Interesting. Ace, Viola should be able to tell us more about that sample you obtained from the killer's tin. Nice. Whoa. Nice. Gold coin. That golden coin you found in our crime scene's fire alarm is covered in blood. Could this blood be our victims? I believe a visit to Viola is in order. Alright guys, 15 hours, gonna grab all the stars. I'll see you guys right back. This has been Pitching Ace 88. Over and out. Au revoir. Alright folks, Pitching Ace 88, we are back. Let's finish this off and arrest this guy. I must to the barber's, monsieur. Methinks I'm a marvelously hairy about the face, and I'm such a tender booty. If my hair do not but tickle me, I must scratch. Let me guess, Viola, another one of your literary quotes? Indeed, a rather woolly quote from A Midsummer Night's Dream, and Bottom's relationship with his facial hair. Your sample inspired it. Sample Ace obtained from the killer's tin? How so? Well, in the sample, there was more than just toothache powder. There was also beeswax, petroleum jelly, and tallow, the common ingredients for mustache wax. So if our killer left mustache wax on the tin of the toothache drops, that must mean our killer has a mustache. Well, and now we know we are one step closer to catching our hairy-lipped killer. This is probably his buddy, or the guy he got the award with. Well, Ace, I have some information which could have been of useful to you. Excellent, Viola. We're all ears. Well, firstly, the blood type on the gold piece corresponds to your victim's type. And considering it was retrieved from the crime scene, I believe this is your victim's blood. Secondly, that piece of gold you found is not really gold, but rather a layer of gold over a silver base. This is a common technique performed on jewelry and clothing or adornments. This particular item comes from the latter category, and it's a button. The eyelet on the back is broken off, thus leaving the circular disc on its own. As we know for our victim wore only silver buttons on his coat, we can ascertain this gold button belongs to our killer. Ace, our search will lead us to a killer who fancies wearing gold buttons. Well done, Ace. Your talents are undeniable. You've uncovered all the clues we need to find our killer. Onward to the arrest. What have we here? Alright, it's gotta be you, right? Right? Billy Thompson. Yep. I had a feeling it was this guy. Mr. Thompson, you're under arrest for the murder of Otis Kidd. Not a very friendly thing to do to someone you consider family. Senior Trooper Ace, I'm appalled you would think I could do such a thing. Otis was like my brother. Well, then why did we find residue of your cocaine toothache drops all over your brother's dead body? Oh, hell's bells, Senior Trooper Ace. So having a toothache is a crime now? No, but shooting someone dead with a revolver, which was so carelessly left on the crime scene, is. Oh, piffle. We were in a police station. That revolver could have been anybody's. Well, yeah, but not everybody owns or drives an automobile, but you do, and we found your automobile polish all over that revolver. I guess I'm found out. Much to my regret, I did murder Otis. Well, there isn't much room for regret in a crime that's been premeditated. How does one go from Fred to murderer? Otis had lost his way. He was so involved with impressing Adelia that he turned his back on me, on his past. That morning, he told me he no longer had room for someone as common as me in his life. Me. Too common for him? I'm the one that got Otis off the streets when he had nothing. And he turned his back on you, so you shot him in the back? Well, I never intended for it to go this far. I took one of the safety revolvers from the fire station, but I just wanted to scare him with it. But then we were called to the police station to put out the fire, and when we got there, Otis started insulting me again, saying he couldn't let his fiance's father see him with someone like me. Wow, and so you shot him and tried to feed his body to the flames. Too bad your clever little plan backfired. You're under arrest for murder, Mr. Thompson. Mr. Thompson, you stand accused of murder in the first degree. How do you plead?
I plead just cause, Your Honor. Otis was a bad man. He had committed the worst crime, betrayal. He might not be a native Concordian, but where I'm from, one does not murder one's friends. Your Honor, Otis had lost his way. He was no longer the heroic man the city loved so dearly. You speak of honor as if you understand, but your actions prove otherwise. It's become far too easy for criminals to run amok in this city, and I will not tolerate such an abuse of law and order. I hereby sentence you to life in prison. I will atone for my wrongdoing with a heavy heart. Ace, brilliant work on capturing Otis Kidd's murder. Tragic, however, that it was his own friend who killed him. Regardless, we must now focus our attention on how the fire started. The fire brigade has determined it was arson, but we need to uncover who was behind it. Onward, Ace. Once more, under the breach. That, my friends, wraps up Chapter 3. Stay tuned for the additional investigation. It's been Pitching Ace 88. Over and out.